Welcome to Friendsgiving. We're so excited to have you here. Let's make this celebration unforgettable with delicious comfort food and great company. No boring stuff, just delicious comfort food. We're talking about real food, for real friends. We'll turn your kitchen into a culinary masterpiece with enough tasty dishes to please everyone. Get your aprons ready because we're about to have some fun. We'll guide you through every step, from planning the menu to setting the mood. By the end of this video, you'll be hosting a Friendsgiving that everyone will love. So let's get started and have a great time cooking. Step 1. A proper menu is key to a successful Friendsgiving. The menu is the foundation of any successful Friendsgiving. You can't just throw a bunch of ingredients together and hope for the best. We need a plan, a strategy, a culinary masterpiece worthy of praise. First things first, consider your guests. Are they a bunch of picky eaters with the palate of a toddler, or can they handle some real flavor? Do they have any dietary restrictions? You don't want to poison your friends with gluten if they can't handle it, do you? Once you've considered their dietary needs, it's time to get creative. Think about what dishes scream comfort food to you. This isn't MasterChef. We're not looking for Michelin star presentations. We're looking for food that warms the soul. Remember, the goal here is to create a menu that's both delicious and satisfying. We want your friends leaving with full bellies and happy hearts, not questioning their life choices. Step 2. Let's dive into the dishes that will make your Friendsgiving a hit. Whether it's turkey, ham, roast beef, or a vegetarian Wellington, your main dish is the star of the show, the culinary centerpiece that will make your friends drool with anticipation. For a classic Friendsgiving, a roasted turkey is always a safe bet, but don't be afraid to get creative. A juicy ham, a succulent roast beef, or even a vegetarian Wellington can be just as impressive. And let's not forget the sides that can stand up on their own. We're talking creamy mashed potatoes, flavorful stuffing, and a green bean casserole that doesn't resemble something out of a swamp. Don't even think about serving up some regular stuff as an excuse for a side dish. We're aiming for culinary excellence here, people. Step 3. Now pay attention because this is crucial. We need to cater to those with dietary needs. It's important to consider dietary restrictions. Make sure you have options for your vegetarian and vegan friends. A hearty lentil loaf or a stuffed butternut squash can be just as satisfying as a traditional turkey. And don't forget about gluten-free options for those who need them. And for God's sake, label everything clearly. We don't want any cross-contamination disasters in the kitchen. This isn't a hospital cafeteria. We're trying to create a culinary experience. Remember, a thoughtful host anticipates their guests' needs. It's not rocket science. It is that simple. It's just basic common sense and a desire to make sure everyone has something delicious to eat. Step 4. Now that the menu is ready, let's focus on the atmosphere. Serving a delicious feast in a dull dining room just won't do. We need to set the mood. Friendsgiving is all about warmth, comfort, and good company. Let's create a space where your friends feel cozy and ready to enjoy the feast. Think warm, inviting colors like deep reds, burnt oranges, and golden yellows. Picture a rustic farmhouse kitchen, not a sterile operating room. And don't forget to dim the lights. We want your friends to feel relaxed, not like they're under interrogation. Soft lighting creates a more intimate and inviting atmosphere. Step 5. All right, my friends, listen up. The main course is the star of the show, and we're aiming for perfection. We're talking a succulent golden brown turkey that'll make your guests swoon with delight. First things first. Pick a bird that's big enough to feed everyone. Don't be stingy. You want leftovers, right? Now pat that turkey dry thoroughly. A dry bird is a crispy bird, and that's what we're after. Next, we're gonna give it a good rub. And I don't mean a little sprinkle. I mean get in there with your hands and massage those herbs and spices into every nook and cranny. This is about respect, people. Respect for the bird. Remember, low and slow is the key to a juicy turkey. Don't even think about cranking up the heat. You'll dry it out faster than you can say Thanksgiving disaster. Patience, my friend. Patience. Step 6. Listen, my friends, the stuffing is not an afterthought. You heard it right. It's not just regular stuff to fill the cavity. It's a chance to add another layer of flavor and texture to this culinary masterpiece. Now, I like a good sourdough bread for my stuffing, something with a bit of bite. And don't be shy with the herbs. Sage, thyme, rosemary. Give it some welly. We want this stuffing bursting with flavor. And here's a little trick. Sauté your vegetables in butter before adding them to the stuffing. It'll give them a richer flavor and add a touch of luxury to the whole affair. Finally, don't overpack the bird. Give that stuffing room to breathe and cook evenly. You can always bake any extra in a separate dish. No one's complaining about more stuffing, are they? Step 7. Now, I know not everyone worships at the altar of the turkey. Some of your mates might be vegetarians, and that's all right, but that doesn't mean they get stuck with a plate of vegetables. A hearty vegetarian main course is what we need. Think a butternut squash lasagna with layers of pasta, roasted vegetables, and creamy ricotta cheese. Or how about a mushroom Wellington with a crispy puff pastry crust and a rich savory filling? The key here is to make sure the vegetarian option is just as impressive and flavorful as the turkey. Don't be treating your veggie friends like second-class citizens, you hear me? Remember, Friendsgiving is about bringing everyone together, and that includes catering to different dietary needs. So put in the effort, make it delicious, and show your friends you care. Vegetarian options are a must. Now get to it. Step 8, listen up, my friends. The main course is only half the battle. We need sides that'll make your mates say, absolutely delicious, and not, where's the takeaway menu? First up, mashed potatoes. This isn't rocket science, but you can easily mess it up. We're talking floury potatoes, cooked until they surrender to your touch. Add warm milk and butter, yes, warm, you culinary artist, and whip them till they're smooth as silk. No lumps, my friends. Season it properly for the love of flavor. A pinch of nutmeg wouldn't hurt either. There, that's a mash worthy of this feast. Now don't even think about serving that masterpiece in a plain bowl. Get yourself a nice serving dish. Maybe sprinkle some chives on top. Presentation is everything. You want your friends to feel like they're dining at a top-notch restaurant, not some greasy spoon. Step 9. Next up, stuffing. The unsung hero of any festive meal, the side dish that can make or break your holiday feast. This ain't your regular stuff. We're talking about a stuffing that's bursting with flavor and has a texture so perfect, it'll be the star of the show. We're going for bold flavors and a crispy texture that'll have your friends begging for seconds. Imagine the crunch of perfectly toasted bread combined with the savory goodness of herbs and spices. Start with good quality bread, none of that supermarket rubbish. The foundation of any great stuffing is the bread, so choose wisely. Get yourself a nice loaf of sourdough, maybe some ciabatta, and cube it up. The texture of these breads will give your stuffing that perfect balance of chewiness and crunch. Toast it in the oven with some herbs and butter until it's golden brown and crunchy. This step is crucial because it ensures that your stuffing won't turn into a mushy mess. Now here's where you can get creative. The beauty of stuffing is that it's incredibly versatile. Sauté some onions, celery, and sausage meat, then mix it all together with some chicken stock and herbs. The combination of these ingredients will add depth and richness to your stuffing. Don't be afraid to experiment with different flavors. Try adding some garlic for an extra kick or a splash of white wine for a touch of elegance. Add some dried cranberries for a bit of sweetness or some chopped walnuts for a nutty crunch. These little additions can elevate your stuffing to a whole new level. Pack the stuffing into a baking dish and bake it until it's golden brown and cooked through. The aroma that fills your kitchen will be absolutely irresistible. This, my friends, is what we call a showstopper, a dish that not only tastes amazing but also looks stunning on your dinner table. A symphony of flavors and textures that'll have your taste buds singing. Each bite offers a delightful contrast between the crispy edges and the soft, flavorful interior. Get it right, and you'll be hailed as the culinary king or queen of your Friendsgiving feast. So go ahead, take a bow and enjoy the applause. You've earned it with this stuffing sensation. Step 10. Say goodbye to regular green bean casserole. We're aiming for fresh, vibrant, and bursting with flavor. Start by blanching your green beans until they're bright green and still have a bit of bite. While they're cooling, let's make a creamy mushroom sauce. Sauté some sliced mushrooms with garlic and thyme until they're golden brown and fragrant. Add a splash of cream, some grated Parmesan cheese, and season it to perfection. Toss the green beans with the mushroom sauce and transfer them to a baking dish. Now here's the secret weapon. Crispy fried onions. Sprinkle a generous amount over the top and bake until the casserole is heated through and the onions are golden brown. Fresh, flavorful, and with a satisfying crunch, it's the perfect side dish to complement your Friendsgiving feast. Step 11. All right, my friends. We've tackled the main course and the sides, now it's time for the sweet stuff. First up, the quintessential Thanksgiving dessert, pumpkin pie. But don't think you can get away with serving up some shop-bought abomination. We're making this from scratch, and we're making it right. Start with a good quality pie crust, blind bake it until it's golden brown and crisp. Now for the filling, we're talking pure pumpkin puree, not that regular pumpkin pie mix. Add eggs, sugar, spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, the whole lot, and a splash of cream. Pour the filling into the pie crust and bake it until it's set but still slightly wobbly in the center. Let it cool completely before serving with a generous dollop of whipped cream. There you have it, a pumpkin pie that'll make your granny proud. Rich, creamy, and bursting with warm spices, it's the perfect way to end your Friendsgiving feast. Step 12. Next up, a classic apple crumble. But not just any apple crumble. We're not settling for regular apples under toppings. No, we're aiming for something extraordinary. We're going for layers of sweet and tart apples, encased in a buttery, crumbly topping that'll have you licking the plate clean. Imagine the perfect balance of flavors and textures in every bite. Peel and slice your apples thinly, toss them with sugar, lemon juice, and a touch of cinnamon. The lemon juice not only adds a zesty kick, but also helps to keep the apples from browning. And don't forget that touch of cinnamon. It adds warmth and depth to the flavor, making each bite a little more special. Now, for the crumble topping. This is where the magic happens. Rub cold butter into flour and sugar until it resembles breadcrumbs. The key is to use cold butter to get that perfect crumbly texture. Then add a handful of rolled oats for extra texture. The oats give the topping a delightful crunch that contrasts beautifully with the tender apples. Layer the apples in a baking dish, making sure to spread them out evenly. This ensures that every bite is packed with apple goodness. Top with the crumble mixture, spreading it out to cover all the apples. You want a nice, even layer so that every bite has that perfect balance of fruit and topping. Bake it until the apples are tender and the crumble is golden brown and crispy. The aroma that fills your kitchen will be absolutely irresistible. Serve it warm with a scoop of vanilla ice cream for the ultimate comfort food dessert. The cold, creamy ice cream melting over the warm crumble is pure bliss. This, my friends, is what dreams are made of. Sweet, tart, buttery, and oh so satisfying. It's a dessert that brings people together. Sweet, tart, buttery, and oh so satisfying. It's the perfect way to warm your soul on a chilly autumn evening. Imagine sitting by the fire, enjoying this delightful treat with loved ones. It's the perfect way to warm your soul on a chilly autumn evening. The combination of flavors and textures is like a warm hug in dessert form. But hold on, we've got one more trick up our sleeve. A secret ingredient that takes this apple crumble to the next level. Stay tuned to find out what it is. Step 13. For those who crave a chocolatey finale, we have a showstopper that will leave everyone speechless. Picture ending your meal with a dessert so rich, so luxurious, it becomes the highlight of the evening. This isn't just any dessert, it's the ultimate chocolate indulgence. A sumptuous chocolate cake, layered with silky smooth ganache and topped with fresh berries for a burst of freshness. The deep, intense chocolate flavor paired with the tartness of the berries creates a perfect harmony that will delight your taste buds. Begin with a moist chocolate cake recipe, bake it in 2 layers, and let it cool completely. The secret to a perfect cake lies in the quality of the ingredients and the care taken in each step. Use the finest cocoa powder available and don't rush the cooling process. Patience is essential. While the cake cools, prepare the ganache by heating cream and pouring it over chopped chocolate, then whisking until smooth and glossy. This ganache elevates your cake to the next level. It's rich, creamy, and adds a luxurious texture that's simply irresistible. Once the cake layers are cool, spread a layer of ganache over one layer, top with the second layer, and frost the entire cake with the remaining ganache. Be generous with the ganache. You want every bite to be filled with that rich, chocolatey goodness. Decorate with fresh berries and chill the cake in the refrigerator until the ganache is set. The berries not only add a pop of color but also a burst of freshness that complements the richness of the chocolate. Chilling the cake allows the ganache to firm up, making it easier to slice and serve. This, my friends, is a chocolate lover's dream come true. Each bite is a symphony of flavors and textures, from the moist cake to the creamy ganache and the juicy berries. Rich, indulgent, and utterly irresistible. It's the perfect way to end your Friendsgiving feast on a high note. Imagine the smiles and the satisfied sighs as your friends and family take their first bite. This cake is more than just a dessert. It's a celebration of chocolate in its most glorious form. Now go forth and indulge your friends with your culinary skills. With this chocolate cake, you'll be the star of the show, the hero of the evening. So gather your ingredients, roll up your sleeves, and prepare to create a masterpiece that will be remembered for years to come. Finally, well, there you have it. A complete guide to hosting the ultimate Friendsgiving, from the main course to the desserts. Now stop focusing on your phones and get cooking. Remember, the key to a successful Friendsgiving is good food, good company, and a whole lot of laughter. So gather your mates, pour yourselves a drink, and get ready to celebrate all things friendship and good food. And for God's sake, don't burn the turkey. Now get out of my kitchen and get busy. Let's celebrate our successful Friendsgiving with joy and triumph. For more amazing food and drinks tips and recipes, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Tell us about your thoughts in the comment section. Check out our other videos for more culinary inspiration. We love you. Until next time, keep cooking, stay adventurous.